YouTube, the crazy XP possibilities that MLB The Show blessed us with last weekend led to some great things. Chiefly, getting a lot of people, not everybody, work at your own pace, but a lot of people to the first XP boss pack. And because I'm a lunatic and a dirty, disgusting Yankee fan, I didn't take J-Roll, I didn't take Larry Walker, I took Andy friggin' Pettitte, who should be in the Hall of Fame, by the way. Have you seen his postseason stats? Just on postseason numbers alone, put the man in the Hall of Fame. But I digress. Today, it makes the most perfectest of perfect sense to use Andy Pettitte. That's two T's twice in his last name. Spell it correctly. We're putting Andy Pettitte on the bump. We're going into ranked. We're about 50 points away from World Series, and we're going to pitch a gem. I'm going to teach you how to do it. In this How to Pitch with / Pitch or Ditch series, I teach you how to pitch. You don't see any of my swinging. It's all about pitching. You're going to see every single pitch I throw, and with a guy like Andy Pettitte, it's all about setting hitters up. We're going to get a lot of weak contact with this guy, and it's going to be a fun time. Let's go check out Andy Pettitte. Let's go win a game. Internet, as you can see here, we have got my guy, my king, my Yankee legend, Andy Pettitte. I've been waiting for years to get Andy in the game, and here he friggin' is. Lots of things to like. Nothing's really gonna blow you away. However, 117 BB per 9, 94 control. This man is putting the ball basically wherever he wants. 100 clutch is very nice. 99 break is very good. Velo of 83, like I said, not going to blow you away, but he can do enough to get the job done. And then you look at his pitch mix, and he's got the stuff. The only thing I wish we had was a slider. He didn't throw a slider. He threw a curveball, hence why he has the curveball. You look at the pitch controls, I mean, my goodness. You look at the pitch breaks, my goodness. We're going to have a fun time dotting on Hall of Fame with Andy Pettitte. Let's just hope it's not a foul ball fest. We are 33-4. As I said, we're like 50 points away. We're rated 854. 3 games, maybe? We're not going to do that all in this video, of course, but we're almost there. Our opponent in today's video with Andy Pettitte on the mound is the Alabama Crimson Tide. He's, of course, using the Carlos Santana boost because everybody is, but we're the home team, so let's go win. What Andy Pettitte's going to have to do is get in on the hands, especially against primarily a switch hitting team. We're not going to have a lot of lefty-lefty matchups to exploit, so we're going to have to pitch to ground balls like we normally do anyway. So you saw the cutter to begin. Here comes the sinker to follow it up. Right down the middle, terrible pinpoint. That's fine. This is going to be a big indicator here. If we can throw this curveball for a below the zone strike, oh my goodness, big titty boobies magoobies Babe Ruth. Wow. A legend out there in right field. He's not the ideal right fielder. I'll tell you that. But there he is for us, and he makes a nice play. Actually, I think I messed up my lineup, and I should probably have Babe Ruth at first and Bellinger in right field. So I'm gonna, you know what? Let's do that now as a team. That was a silly willy on my part. Now we're much better, and now everything's looking cute. Okay, so you saw we got a head on the change up there. I want to put a cutter inside. Eventually, I want to get to the point with the cutter where he's swinging at it so much inside that he starts being patient and taking it, and then I could just throw that sinker right off of that for a called strike 3. Back to the curveball again. Oh my, look at Babe. Babe is making plays no matter where you put him. Love that. 2 outs, weak contact both times. And now he's going to pause because he's upset, but nope, now he's back again. Cutter away. Notice how small the par is. I'm throwing a lot of cutters. We're not going to, good swing. We're not going to do that every single first pitch, of course. But I do like that as a get-ahead pitch. That was a phenomenal swing. Maybe he was sitting on that, and that's fine. So we learn. Lefty bats, he might be sitting cutter away. Yeah, great swing. Good spot. That's where I wanted it. All right, let's start doing something different. Sinker up in the zone. I can go low in the zone. I can go a lot slower with his pinpoint than I felt like, actually, so that's nice to know. He's got a nice, easy delivery, and that's a weak, lazy fly out. So a 2-out double, no harm done. Andy Pettitte pitches out of a little bit of trouble, nothing crazy. Nice job. All right, my opponent saw a lot of first pitch cutters last inning, so now we're going to go to the first pitch changeup at least to start here. Good location, good spot. He's shown that he's a pretty free swinger. It's still early, of course. 4-seamer up and away should be a good spot. God, he hits everything. Oh, his positioning, his pitching, everything, his sequencing. I love where he's putting the baseball. Curveball, goodbye. All right, see, now he learns. 2-strike curveballs, we've thrown them a lot. We're not going to throw them every single time. Looking, goodbye. Okay, late fight. You could tell he was going to take it. He fought that off pretty late. That was a great pitch. Good spot. Change up below the zone. It's either a grounder or a strikeout. Ooh, he pulled back. Okay, all right. Cutter inside. Now we give him the cutter. Good pitch. And is that going to be a hit, or is Lou Brock going to turn the Jets on? Lou Brock. If Lou Brock ain't getting there, no one's getting there. That was an awful hit. An absolutely abysmal hit. But here we are. Let's turn a double play. Perfect. Andy Pettitte fields his position like a miraculous wizard of gold gloves. And just like that, poopy hit erased. Sinker below the zone is a weapon. So we're going to use it. All right, so he sat, cutter away with the first lefty. Let's do the opposite, sinker in. It's fine. At least we got him looking there. If he stared at that, maybe he'll think this is the same thing. We could steal a strike. Perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. All right, change up away. Cody Bellinger swings and hits a lot of really early homers. So we got to be just cognizant of that. He hits a lot of early homers. But now at 1-2, curveball gets him. Nice job. Look at all the weak contact we've induced. Other than that double, which again, fantastic swing. We're doing great. Andy Pettitte, love him. Let me tell you, luck ain't in my favor at the plate. I have hit multiple scorching lineouts to left field already, both of the pull and opposite field variety. So it's time to get on the mound and get outs, because at least I can control that. We're going to double up on the changeup here because he was so early. Okay, at least he saw it. Sinker up and away. It's fading out of the zone. Hopefully. It did. Not great pinpoint. That's on me, of course. Back to this changeup. He was so out in front of it last time. Pull it again. Okay, all right. Timed it better. Jason Dominguez is a tiny tot. Jason Dominguez is getting a fastball above the zone. Perfect spot. And of course, it's a foul ball, because why wouldn't it be? What even is a swing and miss this year? At the coin purse. Bye-bye. Perfect. Nice job. Nice pitch. He is definitely up there to swing. Jonathan, Clase. I believe he's a switch hitter too who fits this boost. Fastball away. Very nice. Curveball. We'll pitch him a little differently. A one-strike curveball this time. Stared right at it. All right, he's starting to read it, and that's okay. Maybe we can start putting it in the zone, see if we can jam him a little bit. But that's a nice pitch, and he hit that. All right, that's a double. My opponent's got 2 doubles and 1 poopy hit. But now there's only 1 out, top of the order up, so we just got to limit the damage here. We got to ensure nothing comes across the score. It's an easily hittable pitch, not a good spot. Good take. Change up away. Maybe he won't sit back. Ew, that was a weird swing. He was very late on that. That tells me he read it, but not particularly well. And that was a great pitch, but okay. Go ahead, swing at this fastball again. Perfect. What do you want? No slam zone, cutter away. Take it or roll it over. Goodbye. Strike 3. Pata! 2 strikeouts on the cutter. That's a huge out to get. Runner does not advance. Let's get a ground ball here. Ooh, I wanted it. I wanted that a lot. I'm going to throw a sinker again. Higher this time. Okay. Very nice. Very good. Very great. And he chases. Nice job pitching. Nice job pitching. I'm getting my guy to chase. I'm not going to throw it in the zone. If you're going to keep swinging at it, not in the zone. It's that simple. Let me tell you, I might be the worst hitter this side of the Mississippi right now. It's not good, but my opponent, thankfully, has not been incredible either. He's been better than me, if I'm being completely frank, but he has not been incredible. Late on the sinker, let's throw it a second time. Okay, 1-1. Change up inside has started to be a pitch I'm throwing a little more, both lefty-lefty and righty-righty. Probably for that reason. It looks quick, and then it ain't. Let's do what we did to Bellinger and get a rollover here on this curve. That hung beyond all sorts of hanging. You want to stretch the zone for this cutter? Very nice. If he didn't stretch the zone and took it, I was going to follow it up with a sinker on that outside corner. Looks like the same pitch, but it obviously moves the other way, and hopefully it would have been a called strike 3. But we don't have to worry about that because we got the out. Let's pitch him backwards. Curveball. Uh-oh. Okay, good spot. That's fine. Change up outside, pitching him backwards, starting soft. Good piece of hitting. Yasmani Grandal kills me. He's like one of those guys, no matter what, I feel like I'm throwing it right into his bat path. Like, it doesn't matter what I throw, who I'm throwing, he hits everything. Santana has previously also been one of those guys. It wouldn't let me pitch, so I stepped off there. I am going to throw that same pitch, that cutter in on the hands. I actually don't know what's happening here. Are we frozen? Well, I think my opponent has quit for some reason. Yeah. Don't know what happened there, but we got a win. That was weird. So here is now the problem. Andy Pettitte is sleepy boy tired. He is not event eligible, and I know not what to do. So we're gonna do something a little different and a little strange. We're gonna bring him into a play versus CPU on Legend and give you a couple innings there. I'm doing my best, people. The quits are an epidemic. We're at least facing the Dodgers, by the way. So this is not going to simulate, obviously, facing a real human being. But sequencing still matters. We start with a fastball. We can use the fastball. Same general positioning, but we're going to use the cutter. It's softer and it's moving in. And look, jam job. I understand. I know that the results here don't mean the same as the results against a real-life human being. This is the AI computer. However, the sequencing is still important. I'm sequencing the same as I would sequence against an actual human being. Change up a way to start. Weak contact rollover. What an eye. If anything, the eye of the computer will be better. Go back to this cutter. In. It worked so well against Stevie McQuits, who quit against us 2 seconds ago. Back to the changeup low and away. We're working corners, as you can see. Completely missed. This outside sinker that fades. Very nice. So early on it. So early on it. And that's what we want with that pitch. That sinker away, we want to be a pitch that they don't know how to time. And then we see with this curveball, we see if they chase. And he did. That curveball started generally in the same position as that sinker, but instead of fading away, it comes tumbling in. And I know the curveball is easier to pick up because it kind of looks like it has a hump when it comes out of the hand, but still, that's the general thinking. We go with a sinker inside, get ahead with a strike. Bad pinpoint. Pitch backwards now. Curveball, chase me. It's Mookie Betts, he ain't chasing anything. So 2-0, I'm not giving him a fastball. I will not give in. Changeup. Was he early? It was good timing. Okay, I'm going to do it again then, which might be dangerous, but it's fine. And it's a ground ball. The computer ain't got nothing on me. All right, let's face a lefty. This is how I want to face lefties. I want to start with a cutter away, soft rollovers, or at the very least a called strike. Now they see a pitch that's moving away from them, so I want to come back with a sinker that's coming back onto the plate. Didn't work against the AI, but I promise you it works against real humans. Freddie Freeman's just a different breed. But you get the general premise. Andy Pettitte's not blowing anybody away. It's a cat and mouse game with him. We got to use some trickery, some deceit. Get some weak contact GBs. It is 2-0. I will give a four-seamer to Miguel Rojas because he's Miguel Rojas. Cutter low. Okay. For the love of Christ, up in the zone sinker, called strike 3. Is that the best pitch you've ever seen? It might be. It might be. Doing it again, cutter away. Okay, early on it. I'm not going to throw him the sinker in that case because it would have put it right in his bat path. But I will stay in that location for a second pitch. Now we'll go sinker up and in. We're working corners. We're going corner to corner. Cutter up and in. Okay, he swung at that. 2-2. We're going back to the changeup, low and away. Again, it's the computer, I understand. I'm gonna dominate the CPU. I'm not concerned about dominating the CPU. This is actually a better opportunity to show you sequencing than it is against a real person. And we're gonna strike him out looking again. Or fly him out, that's fine. I'll probably give you guys one more inning. I wanna pitch a little differently in this last inning that we're gonna do, so I'll be right back. Hang tight, don't go nowhere. All right, now I want to pitch how a lot of lefties will traditionally pitch, and that's by keeping the cutter low and away, specifically to a righty. So we just got the lefty out the way. Just a lucky first pitch out. Not really concerned about that. Let's get a righty up. Chris Taylor. There is an opportunity here, if your opponent is being patient, to spot a lot of those cutters low and away. It is based entirely on if your opponent is being patient. If your opponent's up there swinging at everything, I don't recommend that pitch because it is an easy slam zone pitch. Because he doesn't throw hard, it can be timed up. But I want to live there against somebody who's patient. I, of course, have to execute the pitches. But if you can get some dots low and away, low and away, low and away with that cutter, then they start looking for it and getting ready for it. So you could throw the sinker off of that, off the plate, and get them to swing. So that was just lucky that it worked that way. The cutter did not perform as I had hoped, but the sequencing ultimately did. The other thing we could do against an opponent who's not turning on pitches is throw that curveball right in that general region. An actual real-life opponent's going to swing at that and be jammed by it. Unless they're cracked, and then they'll turn on it and send it 700 feet. So again, pay attention to your opponent. Know your opponent. But that curveball, that slider, even for some other pitchers, this year I have found to be a jam pitch. I think it's because it's a weird spot and it breaks in a way we're not accustomed to. That was a terrible pitch. But then once you get them, thinking about that, you go up and in with the hard stuff. And that's a called strike, but ultimately, they'll be late on that too. So, internet, I apologize for the odd video. Sometimes these things happen, and that's why it's honestly pretty risky every time I try to do one of these videos with pitchers, because when people quit, you're screwed. That's why I try to line them up with events. But because I couldn't line Andy Pettitte up with an event, this is what we had. I thought Pettitte, because a lot of people are going to start unlocking boss packs this week, it was a good time to do it. But you see here, 3 1/3 online, 4 strikeouts. He did let up 4 hits. 2, if I recall, were of the pretty fluky variety. The other 2 were solid swings, good swings by my opponent. But he puts pitches pretty much exactly where you want them. And that's the benefit of Andy Pettitte. He's like a lefty Greg Maddux who throws a little bit harder. So I guess not at all like Greg Maddux, but you know what I mean. There's value in a pitcher who doesn't miss his spots. Do I recommend you take Andy Pettitte over Jimmy Rollins? Absolutely not. Do I recommend you take him over Larry Walker? Maybe, but probably not. I think for a lot of people, Andy is going to be the 3rd pick, but because I'm a disgusting Yankee fan, go Yankees, we took Andy. And I have a great time using Andy. He's sticking in my rotation. He's not going anywhere. Thank you guys for making it to the end of this video. Look out tomorrow for a special additional How to Pitch With. We're going to try Bob Feller. Is it going to go poorly? Probably. But for the content and for the people, I'm going to give him a try. Don't ever say I didn't give you what you asked for. So thank you guys for making it to the end. I love you all. Like, subscribe, comment your thoughts, all that jazz. See you tomorrow. Bye.